Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber here. How are you all doing? This is Saturday. We're going to talk about what we normally talk about on Saturday, music. What albums I listen to and CDs I listen to out of my collections. And hope you have some comments for me back down there. So before we get started, please go down there and hit that like button, all that good stuff. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Tell your friends about this channel. I'm sure you got friends that like music that might be interested. Uh, we're gonna get started with my week. We got the week started off with an album that I picked up on Whatnot, 1982 album by UFO. The album is Mechanics. It was the 10th studio album by the English rock band. Again, another one in the 80s that I missed out on. I don't know why. I keep missing out on. I've missed out on a lot of really great groups that I like now. This reached number 8 in the UK and number 82 on the Billboard Top 200 in the US. They brought when they finally did break up because of their lead singer Phil Mogg had a heart attack and they thought he was all done. But this became a transitional group between the early hard rock and heavy metal and the new wave of British heavy metal. 10 studio. Good. I'm glad to have it in the collection. I now have 2 LPs by UFO in my collection. Well, eyeballing another one. Cryless album. We'll see that album is in really good shape. You don't happening here. Got this one. Pesky, no vinyl. How much longer I'll be able to get stuff from her? Boy, I was watching her show last night. I didn't bid on anything because there was some heavy bidding going on, but there was over 300 people watching the auction. I can remember when we started off, and it was like 50 or 60 when she started. So getting pretty big following, but does it right. The quality stuff shows you what you're getting, explains it. Most of the people might not do. Okay, second album that I listened to this week was a deluxe reissue of the 1973 Alice Cooper album, Muscle of Love. I now have 8 LPs and 4 CDs in my collection by Alice Cooper. This is nice packaging. Why did I pick this up? Well, previously last year, the year before, I picked up the deluxe editions of Schools Out and Billion Dollar Babies. I figured when this one came out, I might as well do it for this. The original album in 1973 marked a return for them to their hard rock days from when they were doing more theatrical predecessors like Billion Dollar Babies and Schools Out. This did not reach the goals that those previous 2 did, but it did reach number 10 on the charts. But it just barely made gold in sales, and I think gold's like 500,000. Nice inners. Mic sounds funny. My main mic is still out and not working properly, so I'm using the webcam again this week. It'll be like that for a while till I can get some money and buy some sort of another mic. I have to talk to my son about that. He knows a lot about the mic. As far I know mics from performing mics and so forth, but for type of mics for doing this stuff, not up to par on. Right. So then we got this. I guess you could say it was the show tour for fourth. Then we have a nice book of linear notes. for each artist in the group wrote comments. Oops. Wrote comments about each particular song and the album as they were getting along. A lot of reading. There's every page is text. There's no more pictures besides this first. That's a lot of textbook. So in this production, we're getting two albums. We're getting the 1973, where it was recorded, and we're getting the 2024 remastered. They both come on a really nice looking. I want the cover on the outside of the box. Pink vinyl. So after this album was out in 1973, it was getting to the time where the group was going to break up. And so when they were breaking up in 74, Vincent Fournier, who was the lead singer, he did all the legal steps that he needed to change his name officially to Alice Cooper. He is now individuals known as Alice Cooper. Prior to that, it was just the name of the band. So he made a business decision to change his name to Alice Cooper. It was probably a real good one because everybody knows him. That it's kind of strange when you're trying to file his music. The albums like this album here, it was Alice Cooper, right? It would go under the A's because it's a group. If it was an individual, Cooper, it goes under C's. Then again, once his name changed, any group that has a person's name in it goes under the C also. So crazy. I just put everything under part of the group. So that was the 2024 2 LP deluxe edition, Muscle of Love by Alice Cooper. Good stuff. Now here's the one that was from Whatnot. And at the time, nobody knew, not even the seller could really knew this group, how their music was or anything. So I bid on it because the price was real low. Nobody else was bidding on it. Because I said, for a low price like this, I'll take a chance on it. Because this is in very good shape. Okay, this is VG Plus in here. So subsequently found out they are a country group. This is the only thing in my collection. This was their second studio album. The album reached #1 on the top country albums chart. Well, the group was originally formed in 1984 to record demos. It was either their label owner or their manager who was writing these songs, and they wanted the demos recorded, so they hired them for that. Then they went on to they produced 8 albums in all. They had 6 #1 hits. This was a pretty nice album. Not a big country fan. As you know, I do have a country in my collection, CDs, cassettes, and LPs. So, nice addition, and you can see that again. Whatnot, really good. All right, so that was Wheels from Restless Heart in 1986. The only thing I have for them in the collection, and I probably won't not be buying anything else. Okay, the next one was one that I really wanted. This is the second. I'm going to read what this first. This says from Rhino Records. Start your year off right. It says the classic 1971 album remixed by Steven Wilson. Fragile by Yes. And I do have Fragile by Yes, the original one, in my collection. I wanted the Steven Wilson remix because I had heard one of them and I thought it sounded pretty good. And as it turned out, it really did. It is really nice. Sounds very, very good. when Fragile came out, it's very, very right. It became a greater commercial success than its predecessors, reaching number 4 on the U.S. Billboard Top LPs chart, number 7 on the UK albums chart. As far as Steven Wilson goes, his remix version, was originally released in a 4 LP box set of 4 albums he remixed by Yes. This was a reissue of that in 2025. Picked it up. I like it. I'm glad I got it. It's nice on Atlantic on a nice green. Kind of looks grayish or bluish in here, but it is green. Yeah. Good, nice addition to the collection. I really enjoyed listening to this. This was really, really nice. Sounded so good. All right, where are we at? Oh yeah, we're at the time of the week where it's time to pull the CDs out of the CD chart, out of the racks. First one we pulled out was number 84. And this was titled Past the Present, 1977 to 1990 by Toto. Makes I have 2 LPs and 1 CD in my collection. This was the first compilation album by Toto. It contains 9 hits from their previous albums. Come on out of there. Boy, oh boy, there we go. And 4 songs recorded that were written by their new singer, Dean Michael Byron. I may be wrong on this. I believe that after the tour, the band wasn't real happy with the antics of Dean Michael Byron on stage, and he was let go, and they got a new singer. But man, this has got some really good songs. Love Has the Power, Africa, Hold the Line, Out of Town. Good stuff on here. One of the, I don't know his name right now. I think it was their lead singer, was part of the 2024 Ringo Starr's All-Star Band that we saw. And he was part of the band, and the way the show goes, and they played some of his songs, and he sang some of his songs and played lead guitar on them. That was a pretty good show. Ringo Starr's All-Star Band, I didn't know what to expect, but it had all different artists in it, from Toto, from Edgar Winter, the Average White Band. It also was beside Ringo. All those groups, all those people played songs from their particular groups. And that it wasn't just Ringo Starr. So that was number 84 this week. Past the Present, 77 to 90 by Toto. Number 85. This is a banger. This one surprised me. I didn't remember having it. But this is a 1988 album, Greatest Hits by Journey. I have one LP, and I have 2 CDs in my collection by Journey. This is the band's best-selling album. Been 850 weeks. It's 850 weeks on the Billboard 200 album chart. More than any other compilation album except for Bob Marley and the Wailers' Legend. Additionally, as of April 2025, logged 1,481 weeks on the Billboard's catalog albums. 26th of January of 24, it was certified as a 18 times platinum, selling 18 million copies in the U.S. alone. It is reported to have been the 3rd highest selling certified greatest hits package in the United States, behind similar compilations by only the Eagles and Billy Joel. This one was really good. Yeah. These are facts. Don't Stop Believing, Wheel in the Sky, Faithfully, I'll Be Any Way You Want It, Who's Crying Now, Separate Ways, Lights. This is really a great addition to anybody's collection, if you're a Journey fan or a rock and roll. 15 tracks. It's really good. I'm glad I got it, and I guess so do 18 plus million others that have bought it. So that was Greatest Hits by Journey from 1988, their top selling ones. So it's time for now. We go to the where the albums are stored in the house and pull out the next one that we're listening to, and this is number 60. We're going to be staying with the theme of Greatest Hits. This is the 1977 LP Greatest Hits by Captain and Tennille. Yes, I don't mind saying I have them in my collection. Had some good stuff back there. I have 2 LPs in the collection, as a matter of fact. This one's a compilation of 12 songs. There's a track list. You read it there. No, and Love Will Keep Us Together. That was a gigantic hit. It reached number 1 on the Billboard's Hot 100 Shingles chart only 9 weeks after its debut. Went on to win the Grammy Award for the Record of the Year. That was a rendition of the Neil Sedaka and Howard Greenfield's song that they wrote. Of course, they had some other good songs on here too. That was, I think, that's what the album opens up with. I write the songs, and there was a funny one about Muskrat Love. No, but Captain and Tennille, I forget what his first name was right now, but anyway, they met when they both at different times became a member of the Beach Boys. Yeah, he was the keyboardist for one solo and one vocal. Tennille was signed on as a singer. That's where they met. Toni Tennille is now known as the only Beach Girl. Beach Boys and the Beach Girls. So after they left the Beach Boys, they got married, formed a duet, and got married. And they had a pretty successful career. They had 9 albums and numerous compilations. 15 of their singles charted in various countries. This was a good addition to the collection, and I liked it back there, and I liked some of their songs. You know, I'm not always hard rock. I like maybe there's a soft part that comes out of me once. But they were together. They were married for 39 years, and then they got divorced. That's kind of crazy. But anyway, that's life. But then they stayed very good friends all the way up until 2019 when he passed away. So that was too bad. But anyway, this was a pretty good week. It was different. It was varied. Country and pop and rock and hard rock and good stuff. So put some comments down there. Hit the like button on your way out. SoCal Saber saying thank you very much for coming by. Take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other. Stay safe.